Hello everybody and welcome to the video here of myself jumping into a random raid finder of the Siege on Wyrmrest Temple with the first half of Dragon Soul. Here just to show you guys how these usually work, how the boss fights are usually started and ran, and the raid finder, seeing the nerfed version of it. Myself, I have not done the full 10-man or 25-mans, just haven't had the time. This video, as I will note later, we did not do the first boss. That just happened to be where I jumped into. I will put that video up of that fight on the raid finder later. So we're just going to jump into the video. I hope you guys enjoy this.
We've jumped into a one with already one complete. Oh, excuse that, please. With one boss already down, as you see here. We will revisit him at a later date. But for now, we're going to go ahead and continue with this group. The boss that they did, it's not that hard. I'm pretty sure I have some footage of him somewhere that I will connect. I'll put that for you.
Thank you, sisters. I am renewed.
Let's just go ahead and hide this here.
The clouds have shown themselves. A tide of darkness sweeps from their gaping maws towards the temple.
Looks like we're going to go over here to the left.
Faceless generals, Zon and Yorsad.
The second and third bosses in this are very similar. They look basically the exact same. You jump down in this here mouth, which to me doesn't look all that safe, but people trust it, I guess. Let's put on busy. There we go. Looks like we got Warlord Zon, or however you pronounce it. That is not my strong suit. So, of course, just with these two bosses, you got the stomach thing that were around. You go ahead and kill the Azeround first. And all these mobs, you take down this eye here first, and then you go to the rest of them. There's not a whole lot to these bosses that really, or these ads that are worth noting. I should pay attention to what I'm targeting here. I'm looking to upload. I'll probably upload this whole thing unedited bits, just kind of chop it up into the 15-minute bits that are allowed, and go from there. I will try to somehow in the next month or so, depending on my free time, see if I can't break that 15-minute maximum. I know there's a way to do it. I'm not real savvy in the way of how YouTube works that way, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. So far, most of the raid finders groups I've had have been pretty successful. I haven't had a whole lot of issues with groups falling apart and dying and all that stuff, so I definitely say if you're a little bit worried about it, especially as a DPS, go ahead and try it. DPS is probably the easiest thing that you can get carried as. If you're a tank, you really should know at least like certain fights where you need to know what stacks and stuff, and certain boss mechanics where you need to switch off between the two tanks that are in the raid finder. Heal-wise, I'm pretty sure that they overstack on heals too, so I mean, you can be carried, but it's best not to worry to bank on that. The minimum gear item level is pretty solid though for these things. They're pretty much dead on that one. And if you're looking at my rotation, it hasn't. I'm a little bit off right now, but we'll get back on track. Not used to talking and playing at the same time. That was weird. Tab did not work. If anybody knows about that, I've had that issue before where the tab targeting just decides not to select anything. Not sure what's up with that. If you guys are interested, and I know one of the big things in this game is all the add-ons. If you're curious about what ones I have, I can put them in comments or sections below, just if you ask about a specific one or whatnot. Otherwise, I'll just leave them for you to figure out. I do have quite a few up and running here. One that I don't have running on this tune right now, but I should, is Omen. But with that buff they did in the one of the recent patches, increasing the tank's threat generation, I have not had any issues with gaining threat or reducing threat. Yeah, so there's, let's see here, 3 packs, 4 packs? Yeah, 3 packs of ads around this room. Let's go ahead and kill them, and then we'll go to the boss. I've only done this one a few times, so I might have to remind myself as I go through the fight, but I'll explain things as we go, along with seeing how the raid leader decides to explain it or not. At the beginning, when I first started doing it, the raid leader has tended to explain the fight more often. These fights are pretty simple on Raid Finder. Whether some of their abilities are as weakened or as nerfed as much as they seem to be or not, if we're ignoring some, I don't know. I haven't actually been able to get into the normal 10-mans or normal 25-mans outside of Raid Finder. I just don't have the time to set it up, get into a guild and whatever, so. But I enjoy the game nonetheless. Considering I do have 45s, this guy, a tank paladin, a resto druid, a DK, that is, I think it's unholy DPS. I don't play him all that often, as well as I've got a shaman I'm working up. Alright, so here we are at Warlord Zanaz, or however you pronounce it. And here we go. So there's that void that you definitely want to take down first. And you see how the melee DPS, it's their duty to get up there and do that. This guy does have a decent amount of health, 153 million. This is when we all come up here and stack and they do all the kind of AoE heals and whatnot. I try to stay at just my minimum range as possible. Wow, my frame rate does not like this. I pardon for the quality here. Now we can spread back out. And my video card can take a deep breath. I've got a pretty decent setup here. It's going to be about a year old now in February that I built it. Got an i5 760 quad core, of course. It's got a 2.8 standard, and then it can boost up to 3.2. Video card, I've got a GeForce, I think it's a 460, along with 8 gigs of RAM. It's got a gig on the video card. It's made by Asus, or however you pronounce it. Yeah, after this, I'm pretty sure it's just rinse and repeat. Here's what we're watching here is the stacking. We can tell that when he's going to go into his next big AOE phase or leg fest for my computer. There it is. Make sure I'm just far enough out of range. And down goes the frame rate. Cooldowns are about to pop up again. That was a mistake. Dang it. Did not want that to drop off. My rotation, basically, if I have any haste buff or anything, I go straight for my aim shot. Otherwise, it's steady shot in combination, arcade 9 shot to knock down my focus, and obviously making sure that my using my Kamara shot. Talking too much. Using my Kamara shot to keep my Serpent Sting up at all times. So just like this, we got another haste buff, so I definitely want to use my aim shot as much as I can. If you know you're going to stay still, aim shot still does more damage, but you can't always guarantee that. And down he goes. There's our loot. This loot is, yep, 384 as you see there. Nothing that looks like I need. Plate strength? Nope. Some gloves for Priest, Paladin, Warlock. Nice trinket there. So there is your second boss. Not a whole lot to him. To the Warlord. Now we're going to Yor Shujaa, or however you pronounce his name. Again, these guys are just not friendly for pronouncing. This guy is also known as, or I call him the Goo Boss. He's got all kinds of goo. Each one of the goos as they get to him will allow him to do a different ability. Some abilities are obviously more dangerous than the other. I do know the purple one is always the #1 kill, and then I can't remember the other two specifically. I'm pretty sure that it is yellow, which is actually orange. If I'm looking at it, I swear that looks like orange. I know that, and I think green is the other one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. I should know by now. I've done this fight enough times, but please forgive me for that.